Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about 10 places that I want to go to. Some are going to be here in the States and some are going to be outside of the country. Traveling is something that I absolutely love doing and it's something that I hope I can do more in the future. I hope when I get this paper that I get to travel more. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. But before I get started, let me know down in the comments where you really want to travel to. Alright, so I'm going to be splitting up this list into two different groups. Group 1 is going to be 5 cities that are here in the United States. I'm going to go ahead and list 3 interesting facts about the city. Something you probably didn't know because I know I didn't know that myself. Group 2 is going to be cities outside of the country. Beautiful, beautiful cities that I've always wanted to go to since I was a little kid. Alright, so first in this list, in no particular order, I got Miami. Now Miami is so beautiful. I have never been there before, but from everything that I have seen on Miami, it looks so beautiful. Now it's not even just Miami, I think it's just Florida in general. And I know the culture of Florida is a little bit weird, I ain't gonna lie. I heard a thing or two about Florida man, Florida woman, Florida people. People are crazy over there. Not to mention all the iguanas and the alligators, but I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for that craziness. I think I need something to spice up my life. Not to mention, the next GTA is gonna be taking place in Miami. It's gonna be taking place in Vice City. Have you seen that trailer? That trailer looks so realistic. It makes me feel like I'm in Miami for real. But Miami is just one of those cities I've always felt the need to go visit. Now, here are the 3 interesting facts that I got for y'all. Number 1, Miami is the only major city in America that's founded by a woman. Number 2, the first Burger King opened in Miami. And number 3, Miami is the cruise capital of the world, meaning that all of those giant cruise ships you see, this is their hub. Alright, so next on this list, I got one of the biggest cities in the States, and I am talking Chicago. Now, before you say anything, I am not going to O Block. Y'all already know I'm not going to O Block. I do not want to get shot 32 times over.
The fuck you doing here, nigga?
But Chicago is just one of those cities I have felt the need to go to because of its sheer massive size. But Chicago has a lot of touristy attractions. The 2 biggest things that I want to go see are the rivers that run through Chicago and the giant silver bean. I always thought that bean was funny and I do not understand why it is there. Now, here are 3 fun facts about Chicago. Jazz originates in Chicago. Number 2, inventor of the deep dish pizza. That's why you be seeing Chicago style pizza. And number 3, O Block is the capital of gun violence. That doesn't really surprise me.
Identify yourself. Who the fuck?
Alright, next up on the list, we have Boston. Now, I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about Boston, but I would absolutely love to go there. Not for Harvard, but because of the history that Boston has. I feel like Boston has so much history that is overlooked. It is a super fancy city with a lot of history and a lot of beautiful architecture. Now, 3 fun facts about Boston. Boston got its name from England. Number 2, they built the first subway in 1897. And number 3, the first Dunkin' Donuts was invented in Boston. Now, I don't have much to say about this next city, but I am talking about Houston. Now, I have never been to Texas before, which is really saying something because Texas is the largest state. And the fact that I haven't gone to Texas is really saying something because a lot of my family have been to Texas. And the main reason why I want to go to Houston is because everybody I have talked to said that the Texas experience, it is in Houston. And I really want that Texas experience, so best believe it's gonna be in Houston. Now, 3 fun facts about the city. Houston has the widest freeways. Do you see how many lanes are on this freeway? Oh my goodness, I cannot count this. Number 2, Houston has the youngest population in the entire country, meaning that almost everybody you meet in Houston is going to be in their 20s. And number 3, the underground pedestrian system. Now, I kind of did some research for this and it looks pretty cool, so I would love to try this as well. Alright, now last on this list of cities in America, I really want to go to Atlanta. Now, Atlanta has been on fire with the hip-hop scene. I'm sure if y'all heard anything about this past year of hip-hop, you would know that Atlanta is on fire. So that is one of the biggest motivators for me going to Atlanta. But it is also the culture of Atlanta. All those memes about skinniest jeans in Atlanta and shit like that, it just makes me want to visit the city. I also know about all of the cons of Atlanta. I be seeing so many videos on my Instagram about the traffic there, and oh my god, it looks like a nightmare. But trust me, bro, I am from LA. It does not get any worse than that. I also want to go visit downtown area, and I want to see Magic City. I'm trying to see what Magic City is all about. Now, 3 fun facts about Atlanta. The Capitol building holds 43 ounces of gold. Coke was invented in Atlanta. Yes, this is true. They have Coke World, and I am not talking cocaine. And the largest aquarium in the world is located in Atlanta. That's also something I want to go do. All right, finally, we move on to part 2. These are going to be cities outside of America. Let's get started. All right, once again, in no particular order, first up, we got Rio de Janeiro. Now, upon doing some research, I found out that's actually how you pronounce it, is Janeiro and not Janeiro, but that could just be the Mexican inside of me, so I'm gonna try avoid saying the name just because I feel like it's gonna throw me off. Now, this city is so beautiful. All of the beautiful culture that they have, all of the homes, the aesthetic, it all looks so beautiful. Now, I'll be hearing all the memes about "You're going to Brazil!" but the culture is just there, and I absolutely love this city. I hope to visit one day. This city looks beautiful with all the beaches, with all the dancers, with all the people. All of them love soccer, and it's like, it gets me super hyped. So Rio de Janeiro, I definitely want to visit one day, and I hope that is soon. All right, so if you ask anybody where they want to travel to, this is going to be a pretty common answer, and I am no different because I'm kind of a normie, but I am talking about Paris, the city of love and art. I want to see the Mona Lisa, I want to see the Eiffel Tower, and I just want to walk through the city and experience the music. I want to try some baguettes, I want to try some croissants, I want to try all of the foods, the crepes, you name it. I want to try it all. Now, that's one of the things I like to do when I travel. I literally just walk through. That's what I did with New York. I just walked through the city with no purpose, but just to experience the atmosphere. And I actually really do enjoy some of the music that France has to offer. I don't really know what it's called, but the music with all of the funny instruments, I don't know what they're called, is so like soothing to my ears, and I'm all for it. So if I ever go to Paris, best believe I'll be enjoying my time. Next up on this list, and this doesn't seem like it would be coming out of my mouth, pause, but next up on this list, I have London. Nothing more than the tourist attractions is wanting me to go to London. But let me tell you something. I am willing to eat the jail food. I am willing to listen to the funny accents, look at the weird teeth, and experience the weird people if it means that I get to bag me a British wife. That is pretty much the only reason I want to go to London. I want to go to the UK just for the women. Have you seen some of the women in the UK? They look drop dead gorgeous. I'm talking baddie, and I need to go to London ASAP. I'm getting my passport, I'm bringing some homies, and we're gonna tear up London like it's the last thing we will do. Nah, but in all seriousness, I mainly just want to see like the Big Ben and the funny red buses. I just want to see all of the tourist attractions, the rivers, the buildings, and the Ferris wheel. That's mainly it. I can put up with all of the cons that London has to offer if it means that I get to experience all of the pros. All right, the next city I have on this list is kind of a big deal, but I am talking about Tokyo. Now, I do not know a single person who would not be willing to go to Tokyo. Before I continue further though, I have to mention this. I am not a weeb, and I do not associate with anime in any way, shape, or form. Don't get me wrong, I watch a show here and there, but I am not a weeb. I would not be going to Tokyo for those purposes. Nah, I'm going more for the Tokyo Drift experience. I love the cars, not to mention the women. I love almost everything about Tokyo. Don't get me wrong, there are some weirdos in Tokyo, and I know that Tokyo has like a lot of problems, and I know they're like offering visas. I don't know if these are true, but they're offering visas to people just to start families in Tokyo. Now, let me tell you, when I say me and the boys on the way to the airport right now, but seriously, I would absolutely absolutely love to go to Tokyo. I need to go climb Mount Fuji ASAP. I want to go see Shibuya Crossing in real life, and I need to see the city at night because I heard it is so beautiful and it looks so beautiful. I just feel like it's something I need to experience for myself. Now, Tokyo is somewhere I've always wanted to go to, and I may be going next year. I will absolutely make a vlog about it if I do go next year, but I don't really have my hopes up high. It is a lot of money to travel, especially when it's halfway across the world. All right, the final place that I have on this list is Italy, and I know this is very vague, but specifically Venice and the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I don't know if those two are close together, that's why I just put them separate. But first, Venice. Venice looks so beautiful. I cannot describe how beautiful I think this place is. I mean, just looking at these pictures here, the rivers with the little canoes or whatever they're called look so beautiful. And I think that's just something I've always wanted to do, was be in that canoe with somebody, like a special person, and we could just go through the river while the person with the little paddle like talks to us and I have no idea what he's saying. I just love the aesthetic of Venice. The architecture is beautiful. The scenery is beautiful, and not to mention it's a coastal city, so you know coastal cities are always bangers. You know Venice is gonna be a banger. Finally, just the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Pretty self-explanatory. It's also in Italy, but yes, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is just something I've always wanted to see. That's pretty much all I have for Italy. All right, and that's gonna wrap up the list. Like I said, let me know down in the comments where is somewhere you absolutely want to go visit, and I will be reading the comments, so please feel free, comment down below. I had a blast making this video. There are some things that I left out, but I just did not want to extend this video more than it had to be. And with that being said, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like the video as well, and peace out, y'all.
Hey, on my mama, nigga.
R.I.P. Pat Dog.
I'ma be the greatest to ever do this shit. On my mama, though, like, on the dead homies. Hey, Soundwave, turn this shit up, nigga. Turn this shit up. Soundwave, turn this shit up, nigga.
Tell me who the bitch nigga hating on me. Jumping on my dick, but this dick ain't free. To Pimp a Butterfly, another classic CD. Ghetto lullaby for everyone they MC. Blow, 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 blow. Nigga, not R.I.P. My diligence is only meant to write your eulogy.